Hello, everybody. I am Rachel, and I'm here with my sister-in-law, Ivana.
Hello.
What are we doing today?
Catch up.
We are wrapping up the month of April.
Yes.
We are going to go over what we read, what we watched,
What
and
we
just a
want to
little
read.
chit-chat.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Should we dive right into books?
Let's dive
What
in.
did you read in the month of April, and what did you rate them?
Okay. So I read The Inheritance Games the month
Mhm.
of April. And
All three of them?
well, there's 4.
All 4 of them?
I only read 3.
Got it.
Because I'll explain why.
Okay.
I read the first one, The Inheritance Games, and I gave that 5 out of 5 just because I haven't really read anything like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is kind of fun and exciting.
Yeah.
And then the second one, I also rated it 5 out of 5. I was feeling generous.
Got it.
And then the third one, The Final Gambit, I rated 3 out of 5.
So it really went downhill.
It did. I was like kind of just sick of it. And so
Fair.
I'm not reading the fourth one. I don't think. Maybe I will if I feel I have nothing to read in the future.
Got it.
But which I don't think is possible. But there's always
It's really
something
not.
to read.
The TBR never ends.
It's from the boys' points of views. And like I think a year or so later, like the 4 grandsons, it's from all of their point of views.
Got it.
Like in the future. And I just like feel like we could have wrapped up with book 2. But then we wrote a book 3 and I was like felt it was unnecessary. Yeah.
Got it. So it's just a book too long.
Yeah.
Similar to Red Queen, a book too long. I will never stop talking about how that series is a book too long.
Yeah.
It's my hill to die on, I guess.
I read Summer in the City by Alex Astor.
That is a book I want a physical copy for because it is so cute.
It is very pretty. Yeah, it's a cute book. And fun fact, every book that is published at a different place, like Target,
has different edges, doesn't it?
Well, has different edges, but also the front cover of the boy and girl
cover is different.
Yeah, the front cover of the boy and girl is from a different date they went on. So like Target, Barnes and Noble, Walmart is each from like a different date that they were on in the book. I rated that a 3 out of 5.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your opinion.
The ending made me upset.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I rated that a 4 out of 5. The God of the Woods, I rated that a 4 out of 5. It would have gotten a 3 up until the end of the book when everything kind of was wrapping up and it just made sense. Yeah. All right. And then Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I rated that a 5 out of 5. My favorite read of the year so far. So I think that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 books. Wait.
My God.
7. Wait.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 books.
So I only read 3 books this month.
Okay.
I read Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. That was our April book pick of the month.
It was.
So if you want a full in-depth review of our opinions and thoughts on the book, we have that up. And then I rated that a 5 out of 5. But as I've said, my 5 stars are not hard to come by. I love giving things a 5 star that I like. It's either a 5 star or a 3. I feel like I don't rate a lot of things 4 stars. But maybe I do. I feel I either like a book or don't. And if I like it, 5 stars.
Yeah.
If I don't like it, 3. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I did rate Legendary, which is another book I finished, which is the second book in the Caraval series, 4 out of 5.
There we go.
Because I liked it.
Because I liked it. All right.
I think I'm really going to like the third book. I really like Julian in it. If you know who he is from Once Upon a Broken Heart, if he's in it at all.
Is it the fiance of
Donatella?
Yes. Yep.
I love Julian. He's legend, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
He is. I think I found that out at the end of this book.
Anyways,
I love Julian.
Okay. Anyways. All right.
And then the third book I read was Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry.
Yep.
And that I rated 5 out of 5. It would have been 4 out of 5 until the ending.
Okay.
The ending It might have been 3 out of 5 for me until the end because the ending
unheard of
made up for a lot of its misgivings for me. Great Big Beautiful Life was our book pick for May.
Yep.
And so we will have a review of that book in depth on the fourth Monday of May.
Okay.
Is when our book club episodes are out. It's the fourth Monday of the month.
Yeah.
So that is when we will have a full in-depth review of Great Big Beautiful Life.
Yep.
So that is all I read. I'm currently reading 2 books. I'm listening to one, and I'm physically reading one. So I'm physically reading Mile High. I am in love. With Evan Sanders.
Yes.
I think he is, like, if I described to you a perfect man, it's him. It's him. He's perfect. He's physically everything perfect. Exactly my type. To a T.
But he's like the complete opposite of your husband. He's black. He's a NHL player. Literally cracks me up. But he's my perfect man. Love that.
Listen, my type 2T.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
It does. And Evan Sanders is perfect. I'm also listening to Heartless Hunter, which is about a witch. And it's in a time where witches have all been like eradicated, or they're eradicating witches.
Yeah.
And she is helping witches get out. And her best friends know that she's a witch. And one of her best friend's brother is a witch hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And she is now at the point where she's going to marry somebody, or should marry someone, or should be in a relationship with someone, but she wants to be in a relationship. So she's very wealthy. She turned her grandmother in when she was really young, but like her grandma and her decided to do it together because her grandma's a witch. And so she turned her in. And so she inherited all the money and the whole estate, because the witches at one point were running everything. Like, they were the wealthy ones. They were living in the castle, whatever. But so she's this like ditzy heiress now. Ditzy heiress, like, has all this money, throws all these parties, like, doesn't have a thought in her brain to everybody. But she is helping all these witches get out, and she's so smart. And so Gideon, her best friend's brother, she's now decided he's the perfect person for me to like be with. I'll get inside information and I'll know everything.
I love a BFB, best friend's brother.
And I think I like the best friend, Alex. I really like him, and I think he's in love with her.
Oh.
And he did say, though, I need you to stay away from my brother. You can't do this. This is so dumb. You trying to, like, he is gonna find out you're a witch. Like, he's going to find out. And so this is just dumb. And Alex, the best friend, is the one who first found out she was a witch when she first outed. I just really like it. I think it's going to be so good.
Well, I'm so excited for your journey.
Thanks so much. And you're not currently reading anything?
Yes, I'm currently not reading anything. I was waiting for the new month to start, like for May to start.
Oh, got it. Yeah. You wrapped up your end of the month reads.
I wrapped up. I try to read a number of books a month. And then like.
Did you reach your number?
Yeah, it's 7. I read 7 books a month. Yeah.
Got it.
Yep.
So what's on your TBR then for the month of May?
Or let me pull this up. I wrote it down. Okay. The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings.
Oh, yes.
Yep, her new one. One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune comes out next Tuesday. And it's the follow-up to Every Summer After.
Which I haven't read
yet. Yeah, it's the other brother. It's 2 brothers, so it's the other brother.
Got it.
And then
There's always 2 boys. Always the other brother.
I know, but it's so cute. It's a really good book. Little White Lies by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which is the author of The Inheritance Games. And this is about debutantes. It's about like these like wealthy girls, and there must be like a murder or something.
Got it.
What I got from the synopsis.
Fun.
And then I finally am going to read Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie.
I'm so excited. I loved Lessons in Chemistry.
Mhm.
I thought they were just so funny.
Yeah.
It's just a funny book, but it's so good.
I'm excited to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On my TBR for the month, and we'll see if I even make it through Mile High at this point.
Oh my God.
But I have Sunrise on the Reaping.
Uh-huh.
I really need to read that before I spoil it for myself on TikTok. I want to continue the Mile High series because the second book is Stevie's brother, her NBA brother, falling in love with her coworker.
Yep.
Can't wait. I really like her brother. And then One Dark Window has been on my TBR for forever.
Okay.
I need to read it. I also want to read The Daughter of the Pirate King, and
that's been on your TBR for quite some time.
It has been on my TBR for a long time.
Yeah.
But those are my goals for this month.
There we go.
And if I like Heartless Hunter, I think there's a second book.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Unknown. But that is what's on my TBR. I just really need to finish Mile High.
Yeah. I'm excited for you to finish. Rachel keeps telling me, this is what's happening in Mile High. And then this is what's happening. Oh my God. In this chapter, he said this. In this chapter, this is what happens. Oh my God. I don't know what's going to happen. And then she goes, you should read the book. I think you'd really like it. Girl, you just told me the whole book.
Listen, you don't know the whole book. I love it.
That was dramatic.
Okay.
No, me going was dramatic.
It's a little dramatic.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
I am going to read it at some point.
Yeah.
Or another.
So speaking of Evan Sanders, we are going to list our top 10 book boys.
Okay.
Would you like to start?
Sure.
For our little side convo of books.
Okay, so mine is in order.
Okay, mine will not be.
Okay.
But you go. List in order.
Okay. Starting at number 1, Rowan Whitethorn. Obviously, always. I don't know if he'll ever get debunked from the number 1 spots. I just really love him.
I'm sorry. I also like Rowan a ton. I, for some reason, cannot picture him as anything other than in House of the Dragon. There is a long-haired white. His name is Damien. He has long white hair. He has the scowl on his face all the time. It's Rowan.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or Legolas from Lord of the Rings.
I don't know who these people are, but Rowan is hot, so.
Yes, but long white hair is just so, it reminds me of other people.
He comes back with his haircut.
He does come back with his haircut, and he's he's way more attractive than I feel. It's kind of like Jacob Black in the second movie.
That's
comes back
true.
With short hair.
Yep. All right. Number 2, Julian Hates. This will also probably never get
on my
moved.
TBR is also Daisy Hates.
Okay.
Yep. I need to because I'm going to spoil it for myself as well.
Julian Hates, the man that you are. I am obsessed with him. If I knew this man in real life, I would pull a Meredith Grey and do pick me, choose me, because I just need this man. Because for some reason to me, he feels more like that I could have him more than Rowan.
Because Rowan is fake.
And and he's a warrior, and I just do not like.
But centuries old warriors really love the young mortal women.
I'm not that young anymore. My coworkers tell me.
Old hag.
Yeah. Xaden Ryerson from
Fourth Wing.
He gets moved around every now and then. I do really like him. He'll always probably be in my top 5 just because of how much he loves Violet. He's just like a sweet boy. He is.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah. And then 4 is Hayden Anderson from Great Big Beautiful Life. He made it on my top 5.
Boy.
Yeah, he is pretty great. And then my number 5 is Christian Hems from Magnolia Parks. It's Daisy's
Oh, yes.
boyfriend.
Daisy's man.
Daisy's man's. Number 6, Kingfisher from Quicksilver.
Yes.
Number 7 is Callahan Kane from Final Offer, which is the Fine Print series.
Yep.
And then Sam from Every Summer After. He's a cute boy. Okay, and then Elliot from Love and Other Words. You remember that book?
Yes, I do.
Yep. And then Brendan from Hook, Line, and Sinker. And then Joshua from The Hating Game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So mine is in really no particular order. I don't think I could decide who is number 1 or not.
Okay.
But Lorcan from Throne of Glass. I love a moody side character.
Yeah.
We discussed this earlier, but I hate the brooding type and I love sweetie boys. A characteristic of my list is broody mean boys.
Yeah.
But I feel none of them are main characters.
Okay.
And so maybe that's...
Except for Kingfisher.
Kingfisher's different.
Yeah.
Kingfisher had the banter. I feel like sometimes broody boys are just grumpy. I need banter. Kingfisher at least had some banter with her.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't just like...
He was quick-witted.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so if you're just going to be broody and mean, I don't like you.
He was kind of mean.
He was kind of mean.
He was actually very mean.
It was just different. It was different. Anyways, Lorcan, Kingfisher.
Mm-hmm.
Kingfisher.
Lorcan, also a dick. Sorry to say, he was actually a dick.
Okay, but he
tried to kill Aelin. And he turned this little bitch in. He literally did.
To save the lead. He was trying to save the lead.
Yeah. He has...
He's a flawed character.
He had a turnaround. He had a turnaround.
Flawed characters.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to be grumpy, there should be a reason.
Okay.
Eris.
Mm-hmm. Also a dick.
I would love a book from the Autumn Court. Give me the Autumn Court.
I need the inside tea on what's going on in the Autumn Court. History and all. Yeah.
Everything to do with the Autumn Court, specifically him.
Specifically, I would like a couple chapters with the Autumn Queen and Helion. Stop. He's so hot.
Yeah, but I don't need him with the Autumn Queen.
Carry on.
Okay. Rain from The Serpent and the Wings of Night. He reminded me of Kingfisher. The banter, everything was so Kingfisher coded. Yeah. I don't know which one came first, Rain or Kingfisher. But I like them both.
Okay.
Draco Malfoy is probably where this all started.
Also a dick.
Misunderstood.
All of these could be classified as misunderstood.
They're flawed.
Yeah.
They are flawed characters doing the best they can. Draco had, if you were Draco, you'd do it too. He literally had Death Eaters living in his house. Voldemort was in his house at the Malfoy Manor.
Yeah.
What's he supposed to do? Didn't you see him crying at the top of the tower saying that he had to do this?
There's something called break the...
You can say you're that strong. I'm not. And so I'm here for... And in the movies, he did not get the ending that he had in the books. And so justice for Draco Malfoy, that was in the books.
I'm not hating. I do think he was kind of like my childhood crush.
I love Draco Malfoy.
Slick back and all.
Also, in the books, he was kind of funny. I don't know if I like mean funny. I think I'm a mean funny.
You just said okay, yeah.
Like, I think what could be classified as bullying, I find funny.
All right.
Like the TikTok Ethan sent yesterday?
Yes, that's exactly what I thought of when you just said that.
But in the books, Draco's funny. Like, he's being rude, but it is so funny. Like, I giggled.
Yeah.
Hunt Athlar. He is my sweetie boy on this list.
Yeah, he's not mean.
I love Hunt.
Yeah.
He's probably number 1. Hunt Athlar, number 1. Evan Zanders. Haven't finished the book yet. So, like, God forbid in the last 25% he becomes a dick. But I love him.
Yeah.
He's perfect. And then we have Reed Diggory from Serpent and Dove. He is a witch hunter as well, falls in love with a witch. And I think I just really was rooting for him. And I really only read the first 2 books because then it just was too long for me. But I really liked him. And then we have Carrion. What's Carrion's last name? Carrion Swift.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope we get more of him.
I wrote Smith.
That's why I was so confused.
I was thinking of John Smith.
From Pocahontas.
Yeah, they're basically the same character.
They're not the same. Not the same. Not the same.
Okay.
Anyways, Carrion Swift, I hope there's a lot more from the next book. And I think there will be because he's Fae. Or whatever he is.
Yeah, he's Fae.
He's like big man on campus.
That's what they are, is Fae, right?
Yeah, but they're also kind of vampires.
Well, Kingfisher is a vamp.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Carrion is actually important there. Is he not?
Yeah, he's like has a house.
Yeah, so we should get more of him because he's important.
Yeah.
And then Baxian.
Poor Baxian. Crescent City.
I liked Baxian the second he showed up. He's kind of like Draco Malfoy, but Baxian's actually good. And again, I love a side character. He's basically Lorcan. Like Lorcan was a bad guy. Turned good team. Baxian, bad guy.
I don't
turned
know.
Good team.
Was Baxian ever bad? He just worked for a bad person, but he
yes, but they all
good.
willingly worked there.
I thought they didn't have a choice.
No, I think the Hind and all of them willingly worked. Well, maybe they didn't have a choice, but they all enjoyed it. None of them didn't. Like, that is what Hunt and what's his face talk about all the time. Like, they enjoyed it. And that's why they don't like Isaiah. Hunt and Isaiah was that this group of people enjoyed what they did, and or at least looked like they enjoyed what they did.
Spoiler.
And Lydia even said that for a long time she just did it until things changed.
She was keeping her boys safe.
Yeah, and that's what changed.
Yeah,
but before that, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, he wasn't originally good.
No, until he met his mate.
Until he met Danica.
Yeah.
Also, Danica's a terrible friend.
So is Hypaxia.
Yeah.
Thrown in glass. Is that not? No, Hypaxia
is in Crescent City.
Yeah. What is her name?
Nehemia.
Blah.
Nehemia, Danica.
She's giving. They're giving the same energy. Yeah.
They are giving the same energy.
Yeah.
I'll agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else on books?
Book boys? No.
All right. What you watching these days?
Let me pull up my list. Okay, so I kind of am at the point where I'm waiting for.
Why did you write a lot of rules at the top of my sheet?
I don't know.
Got it.
I'm like waiting for my shows to come back. So right now I am.
What are you waiting for to come back?
Well, that's a whole different list. Let me grab it.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my God.
No, this.
What is that?
I started this list in 2020 of shows I was waiting to come out in movies and stuff, and then I've just checked them off as I've watched them. But
Got it. I thought that was all the things you're actively watching. That you're like waiting.
Yes, I have all this time to watch TV and read 7 books a month and work full time and take care of my child.
That is just wondering.
That's crazy business. So things I'm looking forward to is The Summer I Turned Pretty in July 3rd. It comes out July 3rd. I haven't watched
any of them.
Okay, your loss.
I just can't get past her name being Belly. In the book.
You have to get over it.
I can't. In the books, I could not get past it. I hated it.
Okay, well, her name is Isabel, so.
That's news to me.
You think her birth given name was Belly?
No. No. They never call her by her name.
No, they don't.
Yeah, so I call her anything else.
Okay.
But I don't know why it bothers me so much.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
Okay. So I'm also looking forward to We Were Liars, June 18th, which we both watched or read. So, yep. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 2 comes out May 15th, so in a couple weeks.
Yep.
And then Buccaneers season 2 comes out June 18th, and I'm looking forward to that because I loved season 1. But right now I am watching, since I'm kind of just waiting for those to come out. We finished up the season of The Floor, that one with Rob Lowe, and then we finished Abbott Elementary, just got done too. So now we're rewatching Abbott. We're starting it over from season 1. I finished rewatching again Never Have I Ever. I rewatch Never Have I Ever on Netflix 2 times a year, maybe 3. Yeah.
I don't know that I've actually watched that.
Devi Vishwa Kumar and Paxton Hall Yoshida. What? I don't know. Yeah, okay. And then the Kardashians ended, so now I'm gonna have to wait for that. So Ethan and I have been rewatching that 70s show. And yeah, basically I'm just waiting for my Mormon Wives to come back on. It looks like a juicy season.
Yeah. So Daniel and I just finished watching You, the new season of You. It was very good.
Was it good?
I really liked it. I thought it.
And they're done now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
no, don't, I'm watching it. Don't spoil it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, never mind. Yes, it wraps up in a nice little bow.
Okay, just spoil it.
No,
but now I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Just tell me.
Absolutely not.
Just tell me.
And so Daniel and I also I
just need you to tell me.
No. Okay. Daniel and I also finished watching The Great American Family.
Yeah.
Which is about Natalia Rose. Yep. I also watched the whole documentary, The Curious Case of Natalia Grace.
Okay.
It is actually so terrible because she was a child.
Do we know that for sure? Did she just have a good lawyer?
No. Literally every single doctor, every single medical record said she was a child. She was re-aged.
That's kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
How are they to know? If it was you, what would you do? So, she tried to kill their kids.
No.
Didn't she lure one of them in a street?
No.
Interesting.
They literally tried to rip off the movie The Orphan.
Okay.
Yeah. No. They, from what I've gathered, Christina's just a terrible person.
Which is the adoptive mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then her second adoptive parents were also terrible people.
Sure.
So no, it is truly very sad. I mean, they literally left her at a house where she had to walk up like flights and flights of stairs. And she can't.
I have to do more research in this story.
Yeah, well, I watched 3 seasons of this documentary and then I watched the show. So I feel pretty confident in saying that she was a child and these people really were terrible.
No, I believe you. That's just crazy biz.
Yeah. It was actually quite good. So Ellen Pompeo, that's her name, right?
Yep.
Was in this. And I've never watched Grey's Anatomy, but I loved her in this. I thought she was so good. And something really funny was Daniel and I the other day watched Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio. Mm-hmm. You know, where he is a pilot and then is a doctor and then is a lawyer. And there are so many people in this show because at some point one of the flight attendants spoke and I go, oh my God, it's Meredith Grey. Is it Grey? Meredith Grey.
Yep.
And I was like, that's her voice. And so she's in that movie. She was, and I recognized her voice simply from the Great American Family show, which is so funny that I recognize her from just her voice and not what she looked like.
She's a pretty distinctive voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then who else is in it? Who's the actress that plays Effie in The Hunger Games?
Yeah, I don't know. But
her, she's in it. Mm-hmm. And then Julia Roberts is in it. And then Amy Adams is in it. Obviously, Tom Hanks is in it. Leonardo DiCaprio is in it. There's a ton of people in this movie. It's actually wild.
Yeah.
I didn't realize until I was watching. Christopher Walken is in it. He's, what would you know him in? Like in Hairspray, he's the dad.
Okay.
Him. He's like Leonardo DiCaprio's dad.
Okay.
In it. Anyways, I love that movie. It is like a comfort movie I watch when I want something on.
I have a hard time like getting ready to buckle down and watch a Leo DiCaprio movie because like they're so freaking long.
Okay.
It's like
but that is one. So that and The Wolf of Wall Street, I can just have on as background noise. Wolf of Wall Street is actually one of my top favorite movies.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Jordan Belfort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what I've been watching. I've also, obviously, 90 Day Fiancé is on year round with their different shows. Right now it's the normal 90 Day Fiancé and 90 Day Diaries. Last Resort finally ended. And that's just an interesting time. Sister Wives is back on, so I've been watching that. Next Level Chef is still on. What else have I been watching? Spring Baking Championship is still on. Survivor and Amazing Race. On Amazing Race, so the season finale is this coming week, so it'll be on Wednesday. If one of these particular couples wins, I'm going to be so mad. So this couple, this man is so rude to his wife the whole time that if Daniel spoke to me like this on national television for everyone to see, I would cry. I'd be crying the whole trip. He's terrible. He literally at one point, hold this. She gets the clue and he goes,
oh no, my God.
He's so terrible. And I just hope when he is currently at home watching this,
he's embarrassed.
Is embarrassed by the way he acted and the way he kind of blamed their misfortunes on her. Anytime they were running behind, he was stressed and rude and mean. And if they win, they don't deserve to win because he was so rude the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, so at one point, they got their car stuck in the mud. He got their car stuck in the mud. And she even says, it's actually kind of, maybe she didn't say it, but she said something along the lines of, it's a good thing he got the car stuck in the mud and not me because he'd be, or maybe Daniel and I said this, but if she had been the one to get the car stuck in the mud, he would have been flipping shit. But because he was the one who got the car stuck in the mud, he was just like it was still a big deal, but he had no one to blame but himself, not her. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so if they win.
Do you know what I'm thinking right now?
My dad.
Yeah. I can't stop thinking about it now that you said that.
Anyways,
I'm glad you could read my mind.
So rude. And I just don't like him at all. I don't think they deserve to win.
Yeah.
I don't think he deserves to win.
So in conclusion, you hope he feels ashamed.
Yes.
Cue the smallest man who ever lived.
But like, you don't have to be rude. You don't have to rip clues out of your wife's hand.
Yeah.
Like, be nice. Be supportive. Don't be down on your team all the time.
He clearly thinks she's holding him back.
No, that's exactly. I think he thinks if he didn't have to run this race with his wife, he'd be in first place all the time.
That's sad.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I think, so at one point they thought they were going to come in last. And he was just so down in the dumps. And the team that actually came in last were like, I'm so glad I got to run this race with her. Like, she was my, like, I wouldn't have wanted to run with her. And he's, I'm like, I swear, if Daniel ever was like that on national TV in front of the world, I would be so embarrassed.
Yeah.
And he should be embarrassed.
Yeah, he should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Survivor is good. Always fun. We got the Survivor game.
We don't have to talk about it.
I think we should talk about it. So Survivor has a card game, and you get to play Survivor, and you basically have 2 lives. And we've played it twice now, and I have yet to win, which is fine. I just think I'm playing too hard, maybe. What? You don't want to talk about our game of Survivor?
Mm.
Why not?
I have nothing nice to say about you.
It was nothing personal.
It kind of was.
It wasn't. It was a game.
I have Rachel is, I would say, my best friend. I trust her a little less in life, and I'm being so genuine when I say that. Like, this game will haunt me forever.
Oh my God.
No, you looked me in the eye and promised me, you pinky swore, you literally looked me in the eye and promised me on everything, on our friendship and everything, that you wouldn't be a little snake. And you did it again.
I did it once.
Twice.
Yes, I did it at the end because I wanted to win.
So you did it twice.
Yeah.
Say, I did it twice.
I wanted to win Survivor.
She can't even say
lied
it
twice.
Yeah, okay.
I did say it.
Yeah, but after she promised me she wouldn't. She literally looked me in the eye and promised me she wouldn't. And I just
you got a real Survivor experience.
Oh my God. I really I guess I'm just a naive person, because then later, Ethan was like, I knew Rachel would pull some shit like that. She's done this shit ever since I was little. She always plays games like this. She's always cheated. She's always lied. She's always manipulated. He was like, it didn't shock me. And I'm like, well, it shocked me because she promised.
Okay, first of all, we were playing Survivor.
And now I trust you a little less in life.
But that was a game.
But you promised me in real life, outside of the game.
No, we didn't. We were playing the game.
Yes, but I said, look me in the eye. And promise me. On our friendship. I said,
no.
Yes, I said, Rachel, you have to promise me. I said, I'm being so serious right now. You have to promise me. And you said, I swear, I promise. I really swear, I promise.
Yeah. And at that vote, I did go with you.
You didn't, because then Ethan got voted off, and
no.
I knew it was you, and you refused to say it was you, but instead you're like,
no. The first time I owned up to the fact, we made no promises. It was after I lied that we went back in that room, and I promised you that I would vote with you, and I did. Did I not?
No.
For several times after that, I voted the way you wanted.
You were supposed to vote for Daniel, and you didn't vote for Daniel. You voted for Ethan. That was that time. You were supposed to vote for Daniel, and
I did vote Daniel out and off with you after the first time.
Yeah.
After
the time you didn't do what you were supposed to do. So Rachel was little ringleader, I guess. She I won the first time we ever played.
Yeah.
And you then decided to take initiative and form a fake alliance with me. I basically
it was real.
Well, no, I was a little pawn in your game. I was. And it hurt my feelings.
Well, I'm sorry if it hurt your feelings. It was nothing personal. It was all game.
Personal gain.
Anyways, I told Daniel I don't think I could win Survivor because I clearly play it too hard. But I don't think I'd be like that with anyone but family. I think it would be really fun so it's a max of 6 players for this game, but you have 2 lives essentially. I think it would be fun if you divided that in half. And so you played with 12 people or more than 6 people. I think it would be interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe you voted on a color. That's your team member. And then you vote on a color. And then whoever's color gets the most, then you have to decide which of those 2 people you're voting off.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be fun. Because then if you shuffled up the cards and handed them out, you'd kind of have an alliance formed, or you'd have someone that you need to work with. Because if one person in your thing, if you put all in that color, both of you are at risk of going home then. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you split up the colors, that is your team member.
I understand what you're saying.
And so if that color gets voted, then you have to decide which of you is out.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to work together to make sure no votes come to your color because both of you are at risk if your color gets voted.
Yeah.
That could be fun. We need more people, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that'd be fun.
It's a fun game.
It is a fun game. I don't know that we'll ever get to play it again because I'm just going to get voted out right away.
Because you're dishonest and distruthful and a liar.
That's really harsh.
It's what happened. You hurt my heart.
We were playing
When I saw, no, you should have seen my face because I was like, oh, like we're finally okay. Like we're like a good alliance again. She promised me. And then when she voted Ethan off, I literally looked at her from across the table and like my heart sank to my stomach. It was like I lost a friend that day. It was so sad. I was so sad. I felt like a little girl on the playground, like naive. Blindsided is what I was.
You were blindsided. Welcome to Survivor. I feel like Kevin in the episode of Us. That's Dallas.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But yeah,
Made me sad.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I certainly didn't mean to make you sad. I know. Anyways, I think that kind of wraps up.
On that sorrow note.
Anything else you'd like to talk about from the month? I mean, this was my birthday month, so we went out for my birthday. We went to brunch.
We did. We went to the Toasted Frog. The Toasted Frog is closing. We had one last hurrah.
One last hurrah at the Toasted Frog.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a good month. This month is Daniel's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully the opening of the lake in nice weather.
Yeah, Ethan and Tim put the docks in.
I know.
So the boat should be in. I think your mom said the boat's going in like this week or next week.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Or is it just the boat lift?
No, they're getting the boats in, and that's why they put the docks in right away so they could get
the
stuff
the
in.
Boats and everything in. Well, I thought they couldn't put the boat lift in until the docks were in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's why they put the docks in, so they could be first on the list to get the lifts in.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Ethan and Tim have to put the boats in.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Should be a good month. Hopefully nice weather. I've had my windows open all week this week, which has been so nice. And it's supposed to be in the 70s all this coming week.
Yes.
So windows open and it's just going to be wonderful.
It will be wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I've got for the month of April.
There we go.
Anything else from you?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Just been cruising along, waiting for summer.
I know. It's almost here.
Yes, Austin has 14 days of school left.
That's crazy.
Crazy. This year went by fast. And then we're going to have a first grader.
You know.
Sad.
It is kind of sad.
It's going to go by quick. All of a sudden, she's going to be in middle school, I feel like.
Shut up.
No, she literally will be. First grade is crazy.
That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But that's all that kind of wraps up our month of April, what we read, what we've been watching, a little on the games we've played this month. Yeah, that's it. Bye.
Bye.